Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. The story opens in the bustling, crime-ridden city of Ketterdam, where a young city guard named Joost van Poel witnesses the terrifying power of a new drug called jurda parem. The drug dramatically amplifies the abilities of Grisha, people with the power to manipulate matter at its most fundamental level. Joost watches in horror as Inej, a Grisha healer he admires, ingests the drug and gains the ability to control minds, forcing her master, Councilman Hode, into a bloody act of self-mutilation before she escapes. Meanwhile, Kaz Brekker, the cunning and ruthless lieutenant of the Dregs gang, known on the streets as Dirtyhands, orchestrates a parley with a rival gang, the Black Tips. The meeting is a trap, revealing a traitor within the Dregs ranks, Big Baliger. With his brilliant strategic mind and the help of his trusted spy, Inej, also known as the Wraith, Kaz turns the tables on his rivals, exposing the traitor and solidifying his fearsome reputation. However, shortly after, Kaz is ambushed and abducted. He awakens in the opulent home of the wealthy merchant Jan van Eyck. Van Eyck reveals the truth about jurda parem and its creator, a shoe scientist named Bayur, who has been captured by the Grisha-hating nation of Fjerda and imprisoned within their impenetrable military stronghold, the Ice Court. Fearing the drug will fall into the wrong hands and ignite a global war, Van Eyck offers Kaz an astronomical sum, 30 million kruge, to assemble a team, break into the Ice Court, and rescue the scientist. Accepting the impossible job, Kaz begins to build his crew. His first recruit is Inej, his most valued operative, an acrobat of unparalleled skill in stealth and espionage. He promises that her share of the reward will be enough to buy her freedom from her indenture to the Dregs. Next is Jesper, a lanky sharpshooter with a dangerous gambling addiction and unwavering loyalty to Kaz. For the specialized skills required, Kaz looks beyond the Dregs. He approaches Nina Zenik, a powerful Grisha Heartrender working at a pleasure house to pay off a debt. Kaz knows Nina has been desperately trying to free Matthias, a Fjerdan Driskel, witchhunter, whom she caused to be imprisoned in Ketterdam's notorious Hellgate prison. Kaz offers Nina a deal, her help on the mission, in exchange for Matthias's freedom. With Nina's reluctant agreement, Kaz engineers a prison break from Hellgate during a brutal fight in the prison's arena where Matthias is a champion. He confronts the vengeful Fjerdan, offering him a full pardon for his alleged crimes in exchange for his intimate knowledge of the Ice Court. Matthias, driven by a deep-seated hatred for Nina and a desperate longing to return home with his honor restored, agrees. The final member of the crew is the demolitions expert, a young runaway merchling named Wylan, who also possesses a talent for sketching and an ear for music. The crew is a volatile mix of conflicting histories and motivations, held together only by Kaz's authority and the promise of an unimaginable fortune. Their plan is to infiltrate the Ice Court during Hrinkala, a Fjerdan festival that will draw attention and resources, providing them with the cover they need. However, before they can even depart Ketterdam, they're ambushed at the docks. Their ship is destroyed in a fiery explosion orchestrated by Kaz's arch-nemesis, Pekka Rollins, leader of the Dime Lions gang. During the ensuing firefight, Inej is critically wounded. The crew manages to escape on a decoy ship Kaz had foresightfully arranged, but they now know that other powerful factions, including a shoe government team equipped with parem-enhanced Grisha, are also racing to the Ice Court. During the long, cold sea journey north, Inej slowly recovers under Nina's care. The forced proximity strains the crew's fragile alliances, especially the palpable animosity between Nina and Matthias. It is revealed that they were once shipwrecked together and formed a bond, which was shattered when Nina accused him of being a slaver to save him from being captured by Grisha spies. The journey is interrupted by an attack from Shu Grisha, their powers amplified to terrifying levels by jurda parem.
Witnessing the drug's horrific effects firsthand, Inej and Matthias secretly forge their own pact to kill Yul Bayur, ensuring the formula for jurda parem can never be weaponized against their kinds again. Upon arriving in Fjerda, the crew ambushes a prison wagon and takes the place of 6 convicts. Hooded and shackled, they are transported directly into the Ice Court's prison sector. Kaz's carefully laid plan begins to unravel almost immediately. During the infiltration, his severe hapaphobia, an intense fear of touch stemming from a childhood trauma where he was trapped on an island with his brother's corpse, is triggered in the close confines of the wagon, causing him to faint. Once inside, they escape their holding cell using a chemical distraction and Jesper's latent, untrained Grisha fabricator ability. The plan fractures further when Kaz, consumed by his personal vendetta, breaks from the group to confront Pekka Rollins, whom he discovers is also a prisoner. Meanwhile, Inej, searching for Kaz, accidentally triggers a sector-wide alarm. With the fortress now on high alert, the crew must improvise a daring new plan. Inej and Inej disguise themselves as performers from the menagerie to cross the heavily guarded glass bridge to the White Island at the center of the court. Inej is discovered by her former owner, Tante Helen, but uses the ensuing confrontation to steal Helen's priceless diamond choker, a necessary component for their escape. Matthias reveals a second, secret underwater bridge to Kaz, allowing them to access the White Island. Simultaneously, Jesper and Wylan are tasked with creating a massive diversion by sabotaging one of the outer gates, a move that will trigger Black Protocol and lock down the entire fortress, trapping the guards and buying the others time. In the process, they are forced to fight and kill 2 Shu Grisha tidemakers. On the White Island, Inej is captured by her old enemy and Matthias's former commander, Jarl Brum. In a stunning reversal, Matthias turns on Brum, incapacitating him and freeing Inej, choosing her over his country. They find not Yul Bayur, but his young son Kruge, who reveals his Grisha father is dead and that he now holds the secret to the parem formula. As a diversion, Kruge rigs the laboratory to explode. As chaos erupts, Kaz creates an escape route for his team by blowing a hole beneath the roots of the sacred ash tree, revealing a powerful underground river that runs beneath the court. Meanwhile, Jesper, Wylan, and a captured Inej engineer their own spectacular escape. Using the stolen diamond to cut through Grisha-made glass, Inej breaks into the Ice Court's armory, commandeers an armored tank, and smashes a hole through the fortress's outer wall. The 2 groups reunite outside the fortress. As they flee in the tank with Fjerdan forces in pursuit, Jesper uses the tank's cannon to destroy the only bridge leading away from the Ice Court. They race to the Jeremholm harbor, only to find it blockaded by hundreds of Fjerdan soldiers and a parem-enhanced Heartrender. Trapped and out of options, Inej makes a fateful decision. To save her friends, she takes a dose of jurda parem. Her power explodes to an unimaginable level. She effortlessly defeats the entire Fjerdan force, manipulating their bodies, healing Matthias from a seemingly fatal bullet wound, and dispatching the Druskel with horrifying ease. The crew escapes onto their waiting ship, the Feralind, but must now face the agonizing reality of Inej's withdrawal from the lethally addictive drug. They return to Ketterdam to claim their reward. At the rendezvous on the deserted island of Velgeluk, Jan van Eyck reveals his treachery. He never represented the Merchant Council. He orchestrated the entire mission to secure the parem formula for himself, intending to profit from the global instability it would create. He ambushes the crew with his own team of parem-enhanced Grisha. But Kaz has one last trick. He reveals that the boy they handed over is not Kruge, but Wylan, whom Nina had tailored to look like the shoe scientist. The real Kruge and the now-suffering Nina are safely hidden away. Enraged by his son's betrayal, Van Eyck disowns Wylan and orders his Grisha to attack. In the ensuing chaos, Inej is captured and taken hostage. Van Eyck gives Kaz 1 week to deliver the real Kruge, or Inej will be tortured. With his leverage gone, Kaz reveals a painful truth to the crew. Jesper's gambling debts led him to inadvertently leak information to Pekka Rollins, which resulted in the initial ambush at the docks. Despite the betrayals and devastating losses, the remaining members of the crew, Kaz, Jesper, Wylan, and Matthias, are united by a singular new purpose: to rescue Inej. Stripped of his resources and his enemies closing in, a determined Kaz Brekker begins to formulate a new, even more audacious plan to reclaim his money, his spy, and his revenge.